love Sonia. It was horrible, all capitals. The show itself wasn't that great. She progressively got drunker and drunker during the Q&A. She didn't even answer the questions, just rambled about another topic. What really pissed us off, though, was the meet and greet. We waited in line for over an hour. I know how you feel about that, Sarah. We waited in line for over an hour before she was even ready. We were towards the back of the line, and after waiting for hold on, sorry, I had to go to the next slide. We were towards the back of the line, and after waiting over 2 hours, we finally saw her, and she was beyond rude. Didn't even say hi to us, and we tried to talk to her. Then when my aunt was in the middle of talking to her, she cut her off and shooed us away and said that she had a line after we've been waiting and standing in line for over 2 hours. Everyone in line for the meet and greet was pissed off. It was a horrible experience. Those tickets for the meet and greet cost $100, which is a lot of money to a lot of people. The three of us are disappointed. On top of that, on top of that, the guy taking photos took awful photos. So we didn't even get a decent photo out over it. I just wanted to message you and vent and get the word out that Sonja show is a rip. I love you and your podcast, especially you and Sarah. Shout out for Sarah Fraser. Now Sarah's awake and listening. I responded to this person and said, here's a link to my review. Word for word, your review is what I said. And I said it in a much nicer way. And then she blocked me and she's very upset with me and she's hurt. And look, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude or mean. That was my experience. That's my honest opinion. Go get your bag, Sonia. I experienced all of this. I felt she was inebriated during the show and got drunker and drunker. This video did just surface where she fell off the chair after doing the split. And maybe that's what you want. And maybe that sounds like a fun night out. But when you're there, I mean, to me, it was uncomfortable. I've said this. I feel Sonia is like what some people say about Shannon, although I don't think Shannon's as bad. It's like, this is the reality reckoning. Everyone's like, oh God, we don't want to hear about this. But like when Sonia was still on the show and you hear rumors that like they are thrilled with you. I've been to things, the filmings for New York. Go have another drink. Like they love a drunk Sonia. Like that's where it's like, I don't think it's not okay. I'm convinced Sonia wasn't coming back for season 14 if we didn't recast Roni. I was saying the whole time I thought Ramona and Luann were coming back. That was it. No Ebony, even though I love her. No Leah, and no Sonia. That's just my experience with Sonia. I don't wish her any harm. I just think she's drinking to hide the pain of life, which I get it, but I think she has a problem.
I mean, it seems like mixed reviews. I know that fan wasn't a fan, but you know, that video, the drunk video, people were like, oh my God, I just love you. Like people seem to, I feel like it's very split. Like people love that she's just sloppy and messy and maybe that's just her. And I think obviously Lou has been very open that she's on the wagon, off the wagon. You know, I mean, I don't know. People seem to like it. I guess to me, I'm with you. I don't know, but this is probably why I'm not famous. To me, I feel like that is just such the lowest. Again, like I feel like that's sad. Like I don't really want to be 60 years old, drunk on a stool, falling off.
I mean I don't want.
People are laughing at you, even if people are like, "Oh, girl, I love you." Like, is that? I mean, you have a daughter. I don't know, but see, I think this is the problem. I'm becoming too like. I think I'm becoming my parents. I think.
No, I'm there in a way. Are we conservative? Are we conservative? I'm not judging. I just, when people like people are reaching out to me over the summer, some of these housewives like, oh my God, I'm like, I can't afford to stay in the Hamptons. Can I stay at your house with you? And like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying like when people aspire to be this, I respect all these wonderful people listening that are in real jobs and pay for their dinner. I don't know. I mean, people might love the Sonia like that, and more power to you. If you guys are enjoying Sonia in the City, I am not taking that away from her. She fell off the chair recently. We saw the video, and I just thought, I was hoping you wouldn't bring that up. But This DM was my experience too, and it just wasn't for me. That's all.
Anyway,
I mean,
well,
Luann, you can't even compare it, you know. You
oh, her
mentioned
show.
Luke.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
Luann is like it's a real show. She's on a stage, there are songs. I mean, I know Sonia's shtick is a little different. It's cab burlesque, but I don't know. And like, I'm not right. Like, I feel bad for her. So like, I feel bad. Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't want to be a troll, but that's my honest opinion of the show.
Maybe she's great. Maybe the show is really great and she saves it and gets hammered at the end and it's sort of like funny. I don't know. It just didn't sound like a great review. And I'm with you. People come and spend their money but I've done some
Have
live
I?
shows and I've fallen off the edge too. So I don't know. That wasn't good.
You
I would
weren't
never.
drunk on stage.
Yes. Yeah, I've been. I mean, I
Oh.
wasn't like fall off the chair drunk, but I've been, yeah, probably too
Hmm.
drunk for the audience. Yeah.
See, when I did my live shows at City Winery at night, I did have a martini on stage and I sipped it, but I in the green room before only had coffee and food, and then on stage I had coffee with a martini. So like to me, when I work, it's all about coffee. I've only been drunk on air once with Catherine Edwards. It was one season of doing
Oh, funny.
Catherine. Well, we decided we were going to drink together. It was one season when everyone's going to be like, "Where's Catherine?" I speak to Catherine all the time. Everyone thinks the friendships are fractured when you don't bring them. We did it was the final of the Beverly Hills reunion. I'm like, "Girl, we survived," and we just drank and whatever. That was it. Just one time I got really fucking drunk on air, which I probably should get drunk more often. Maybe I'd be nicer. I don't know. There you go. But
All right.
my experience with Sonia is she shoes, and my experiences, even regardless of this, have not been pleasant. I've always said that. I don't find her to be pleasant. Did you say something?
No, I'm just,
Yeah.
Sonia is a classic. She's a classic, but I found that review to be sad and I found the falling off the chair to be sad. And none of these people are worth waiting an hour to me. I'm sorry. I'm very negative Nancy
See
on that.
that part I don't mind because that part I'm used to. Like when we went
Fucking
to see
kidding. It's
Sandoval,
insane. No. When we do our live tour, I'll tell you right now, if the
we're
meet and greet
not.
starts at 6,
I
we
agree.
are there at 6:15. I am there at 6:15, kissing
Yes.
babies, shaking
Uh-huh.
hands, toasting with bubbly. I am not,
When I did my meet and greet last one at
we are
City
not fucking
Winery,
holding these
no,
people.
no, no. Like 5 minutes, that's enough. I agree. I totally agree with you.
Like it's
It's
such
like,
a fucking waste. Like, I'm sorry, Sandoval. Now, I thought Tom did actually, I thought his show was great, but like that meet and greet hold was so stupid. It's like, and they always are like, they always do that to like try to build momentum or they want a line out front, I mean, come on, this is like club ownership 101, I mean,
Sarah was not
no,
impressed when we
I'm
went to see
so
Sandoval.
done. No, I could care less. Like, get over yourself. Like, we're all these people. Like, we have a life. Like, I mean, sorry, I have a child. I'd rather spend an hour with instead of Tom Sandoval. But I mean, I wanted to meet him, but that was just like, be on time.
I was
Not
like,
interested.
girl,
Not interested.
well, when you and I do our live show, we will be on everyone who buys our meet and greet. By the way, my
Or
last meet and greet was only $40, a bargain. I mean, you had to buy the $25 ticket, 65 all in. We will be on time. I